Hello people YouTube, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Skull of the First Sin. Where we last left off, we had just finally killed the damn Dragon Rider, blocking me from the boss. In this video, we're gonna fight the Dragon Rider with a little help from our Mr. Don't Make a Light in the underground crypt guy. Grave Warden Egdine. Egdane? Whatever the fuck. I don't know how to pronounce his name. All I know is if you want his armor set, you have to summon him for this fight, and I really like his armor set. So, say hello to our next boss. A man that guards his lord forever. So much so that he has allowed the dark to enter himself for the protection of his lord. And will protect his lord from any who comes seeking him. Say hello to Velstadt, the Royal Aegis. Yeah. Ow. Thank you, Agdine, for finally taking the aggro. Now he has just buffed himself with the power of dark. Making himself a lot fucking stronger. I fucking swear, Velstadt. I can't stand this guy sometimes. Just so annoying dealing with his ass. He's always right in the way. And since I want Agdine's armor set, I have to make sure Agdine stays alive in the fight. We were doing good too. It's always so time consuming too to come down and kill these guys. There used to only be one of them, I guess. Freaking from Soft thought, oh, that's a bit too easy. Let's add 3 of them and hide 2 of them so that fans aren't going to know they're there. Yeah. It tripped me up my first time I was here on Skull of the First Sin. When I came through here and suddenly there was like 3 of them. I killed the first one thinking, okay, I'm good. And then the bell still rung, and I was like, what in the world? Why did it ring? Until I decided to check it the second time around, and found out why it rung. So we will now use another human effigy. We'll summon Agdine. We will imbue our weapon with dark. And we shall enter the boss fight. Grabbing my swords. Agdine, you jack fuck. Get in the boss fight room. Good, attack Agdine, we're gonna heal. Since the jack fuck decided he was gonna take his sweet ass time getting in the room. Gotta admit, I hate the aspect of NPCs. There's literally been times where I remember once I was fighting the boss of No Man's Wharf. I was fighting the Flexile Sentry. And I had summoned Lucatiel. And ended up doing the whole boss fight by myself. Because Lucatiel... Ow. Failed to enter the room. And I was forced to fight it alone. I did manage to beat it because it's not a hard boss fight. And so, since Lucatiel wasn't in the room, she definitely lived. And I'm now fucked. Fuck! I hate the fact that bosses sometimes get buffed. So, yay. We may not even get past Velstadt in this video. Mainly because it takes so long just to get to his boss. Because I have to kill those one guys so they don't infinitely summon the goddamn mages. More bone. I can't deal with those mages and the fucking soldiers. I've tried before. I always end up getting killed by one or the other. So annoying. I was hoping to have at least a good comeback to freaking Dark Souls 2. If I'm going to be honest here, I really do like this game. It's really fun. But I'm seriously getting tired of Dark Souls 2. I really am. Dark Souls 1, I can play that game tons of times, and it'll be fun each and every time. Dark Souls 2, I can't say that. But Dark Souls 2, I feel that this game just is only so good with multiple playthroughs. Like, the fact is, even if you try a different character build, you know, all of the areas are really short. Like, just looking at this, just taking a look at this area right here, the Undead Crypt. It took me half a video to get through the entirety of the Undead Crypt. Now, I didn't go after all the items, but there's not much that's really all that useful in this area. I mean, there are a few useful things, but nothing really worth mentioning. You know? There's nothing that's, like, overly useful. There's some useful stuff here, there, and everything. And so, it's just like, I don't know. The areas of Dark Souls 1 were a lot more expansive. There's more to them. You know, there's more ways you could get around. I mean, listing off everything in the game, if you were to actually work through it, you could actually beat the game only fighting the required bosses. There are ways to get around every single optional boss. To the point where you don't have to fight every boss in the game, and you only have to fight a select few. Like, the bosses that the game actually requires you to play through in the story, you can literally play through the entire game only killing them. And in total, that's maybe about 12 bosses at most. All because of the multitude of paths you can choose to take to get around the place. And it looks like I got the critical for my gloves. Oh, look at the Velstot's extra fucking health from some acting, but I want acting's armor. I never have this much fucking trouble with fucking Velstot. You know, I never have this much trouble with this guy. Fucking, I don't know what it is. It's really starting to piss me off. Rocks. I don't even know why all these rocks are freaking there. They just get in the way. They're just a nuisance. Man, so I mean, I've honestly been thinking about not doing the DLC in the playthrough because I kind of just want Dark Souls 2 to be over at this point. I get tired. I'm just really bored of this particular game. Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 1 I can play through a ton of times. I've played it through a good 6 or 7 times now. And I still have fun with Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 3 is just around the corner. But with Dark Souls 2, it's just like the areas are just so short and simple. There's no real shortcuts. There's nothing really spectacular about any one area. Oh my fucking god. I really wish I could just aggro one of these guys and not the other fucking bastard. If I could aggro just one of them, that would make this a little bit easier. But even from a distance, if I shoot him with a bow or something, I'd get both of them. I'm just getting really bored of Dark Souls 2. Because there's not much for this game. I mean, even when you consider the PvP, which I've seen videos of people doing online, it's interesting to watch PvP sometimes. But one thing I've noticed and even heard some YouTubers and stuff talk about when it comes to Dark Souls 2 PvP is that if you use certain weapons or equipment, the PvP is overly simple. Using certain weapons and whatnot. Like, from my understanding, using things like the katanas or the rapiers is extremely overpowered in PvP. From everything I've heard and seen, mainly due to the damage the katanas do, coupled with their speed, and then the rapiers in these games have extremely low requirements for stamina. Like, you see with my sword here, I'm getting maybe, 5 or 6 hits in with this sword, using up my whole stamina bar. While with a rapier, I could get a good 8, 9, possibly even 10 hits in with it because the rapier has such low stamina requirements. This is seriously starting to fucking piss me off. I can't get past Velstot. I never have this much trouble with this bastard. Do I possibly have a weapon or something? Like, I know I was upgrading a rapier. What level is it at? It's at +6. What do I have in upgrade materials? Got 2 chunks. Nowhere near enough. But so it's just like, Dark Souls 2 just doesn't really have much to it anymore. Once you've played through it a handful of times, there's not much more to expect. I mean, with Dark Souls 1, there's a multitude of ways you can do certain things, like, Lobos Jr., if you check out his channel, he's got a live stream series that's a few hours long, because of course it's a live stream. It's just like parts of the live stream that he's posted on YouTube. But he's done a series for Dark Souls 1 called the Cheese All Bosses Run, where he literally kills the bosses in the way that takes the least amount of effort, because there are ways to actually cheap some of the bosses out in some very easy ways. And one thing I've never liked in these games is, oh hey, you're going to heal with the Estus Flask? Okay, you're going to end up standing here for 5 seconds while they have time to hit you while you're trying to heal. It's like, really? I'm trying to heal here, because I'm about to die. And yet you're going to... I have no idea what that was all about. But then it's like, so you're going to sit here and force me... Shit. But so you're going to sit here and force me to be punished for trying to heal myself. You know, it's like, what is the point in that? What is the point in punishing the player for trying to heal by making them stand in place while they heal? It's like, what's the point of that? Are you trying to discourage healing? Is the player just supposed to sit there and let themselves get killed? It's like, I just don't understand the purpose, the whole point of it. What's the point of making us stand there? Like, one thing that's always bugged me, though, about the Estus is how long it takes to heal with Estus. Like, it's not like the minute you use the item, you're healed and you just are going through an animation. I love how he starts off with a 3-hit combo that could have killed me instantly. Die. Okay, you know what? It's almost fucking 20 minutes. I'm done with this for now. I seriously am debating completely not doing the DLC and just finishing off Velstad and finishing off the main story, the main game bosses, and just ending it there, because I am so sick and tired of Dark Souls 2. I've played it far too much. I'm bored of it. There's not much left to do here. I thought I would enjoy this playthrough, and then I come back and die 5 times in a row to Velstadt. 5 or 6 times. And it's just really, really frustrating the hell out of me. Because I've never had this trouble with this guy before. He has never, ever given me this much trouble. Even in the original game, I never had this much trouble with him, and all of a sudden now I can't fucking kill him. So, I don't know what's going to happen with this series, but I will finish this game. At least the main game. I don't know if I'm going to do the DLC anymore. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.